Before you do anything else today, stop and breathe. I know you woke up with that familiar weight on your chest. Maybe you couldn't sleep because your mind was racing with all the what-ifs. That overwhelming feeling when you realize you have to face another day and you're not sure you have the strength. I get it. You're tired of pretending everything is okay when it's not. But here's something most people don't realize. God whispers the loudest in our weakest moments. Not because He wants to see us struggle, but because it's the only time we slow down enough to actually hear Him. When you understand this, your burden stops being punishment and starts becoming an invitation. You know what Jesus said about this? "Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." He didn't say come when you're strong. He said come when you're tired. Come when you're overwhelmed. Come exactly as you are right now. What if today was the day everything shifts? Not because your problems disappear, but because you discover you don't have to carry them alone. Before this prayer ends, that heaviness in your heart will begin to lift. I promise you that. Close your eyes right now. Take a deep breath. Your moment of breakthrough is here. Let's pray together and watch God transform your burden into His strength. Are you ready? Then let's begin. Before we dive deeper, take another moment to breathe. Feel that pulse in your chest, that steady rhythm that reminds you you are alive. It's a sacred reminder that you're here for a purpose, even if you can't see it right now. In this moment, give yourself permission to crumble. It's okay. It's okay to let that weight rest for just a moment, to acknowledge that yes, today feels heavy. Take a deep, intentional inhale, and as you exhale, sense that burden shift just a little. Now consider this. Our bodies, worn and weary, are temples of divine presence. Even when you feel disconnected and alone, there's a beating heart inside you that echoes the promise of renewal. Notice how each breath fills your lungs, how the cool air brushes against your skin. It creates a space for miracles to unfold. Stop for a second and think about the body you inhabit. This very body, the one that feels tired and constrained, is also the one capable of great strength and resilience. It has carried you through heartbreak, joy, and moments of peace. Like an old friend who has seen you at your lowest and still celebrates your victories. Isn't it incredible how our physical form can be a vessel of love, hope, and also despair? When we think about our relationships, we often get caught in a web of expectations. Think of that friend or family member who reaches out to you even when you feel unpourable, simply eager to share a moment together. Even if it's not perfect, those moments can fill your heart with light. Remember that time a friend showed up with your favorite coffee just because? It's those simple gestures that hold a universe of gratitude. We are surrounded by people who care, waiting for an opportunity to pour love into us when we least expect it. Even if you feel like you're at a distance from them, know that reaching out even just for a moment, even just for a text, can create ripples of connection you never imagined. Jesus once said, "Where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them." There's a profound truth embedded in those words. You are never alone. Let's elevate this conversation to a deeper, more spiritual level. As we linger in this moment, think of the invisible blessings that flow into your life, like a gentle stream that never fades, always there, nourishing your soul. Imagine those moments of serenity when the sun breaks through the clouds, scattering light like a shower of golden glitter. Perhaps today, God is asking you to pause and see what's around you, the beauty in the blossoms, the laughter in the air, the whispers from his heart guiding you forward. Because along with this beautiful flow, there are struggles that wrestle within. Does it sometimes feel like you're navigating stormy seas alone? That promise reveals itself in those storms, but it's hard to see from the midst of chaos. Gratitude opens doors, but there is more. Have you ever rooted for a friend who was too afraid to hope? You know deep within you that they could rise beyond their circumstance. I want to invite you now to lean into that feeling. Can you see how your own challenges might be the very pathway to profound transformation? Today is not just another day of carrying burdens. This day holds the keys to the strength you didn't know you had. Allow that thought to settle within. What does the future hold? The realization that deeper connections and insights are right around the corner. As you sit with these feelings today, I urge you to reflect on the what would it feel like to let go. Imagine the possibilities, knowing that God is tending to your heart, ushering in moments of change, lightening your load. You are on a journey, and each breath you take is filled with hope, desire, and the promise of healing. As we move forward, let the understanding of gratitude shine brightly. Together, we can explore the full breadth of your burdens and how they'll transform into stepping stones for a new beginning. Hold onto that promise, because it's a bridge to what's next. There is much more to uncover, and together we will peel back the layers that have clouded your vision. Check in with your spirit and prepare for the doors of gratitude to swing wide open in the chapters to come. But this is only the beginning of what God is doing in your life. As you breathe in this moment, allow your spiritual eyes to open wider, to perceive the beauty that dances beyond the mundane, the divine whispers that surround you every day. Have you ever stopped to notice how a tiny seed holds the potential for an entire tree? This miracle unfolds daily in nature, yet sometimes we overlook its significance, tangled in our own whirlwind of thoughts. The Bible reminds us in Matthew 17:20, "If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move." Have you noticed how the ordinary, when viewed through the lens of faith, hides the extraordinary? Each dawn offers us a fresh canvas, yet some days it feels like we are still asleep, waiting for the light to break through our darkened skies. Think of the first light of dawn, how in those gentle minutes it softly illuminates the world around. That light is a beckoning invitation, calling you to rediscover hope in what may seem like empty circumstances. It's in that awakening that something profound unfurls within. Perhaps you've felt stagnation, that sensation of being caught in a loop of sameness. But I invite you now to consider this. When it seems nothing is happening, everything is changing. Those hidden patterns of growth, unseen, yet deeply transformative, are working beneath the surface. As we unravel these threads of existence, let us envision invisible doors and underground rivers flowing just beneath our feet. Imagine those hidden chambers that hold our dreams, hopes, and even fears. Those invisible doors are not barriers, they are passages awaiting our recognition. Take a moment and visualize when you felt stuck, yearning for movement and progress. Those very moments are often the dawn of great insight. What if through those seemingly quiet moments, God is crafting a mighty river of connection and purpose that leads you toward a broader understanding of love, spirit, and unity? You see, God's design is woven intricately into our lives, like an artist skillfully brushing colors onto a canvas. While you hustle through your daily tasks, God is patiently orchestrating every nuance of your path. He's creating connections that you cannot yet perceive. But here lies the tension. Just as you feel the urge for more, the enemy, whether doubt or despair, whispers lies, clouding your ability to see the truth. Isn't it essential to tune into the symphony of life that God conducts, even when it feels like silence? But I must tell you something important. Before it's too late to embrace the very thing that rejuvenates your spirit, consider this. If you neglect to nurture these moments of gratitude and recognition, you may miss the profound revelations waiting just beyond your awareness. Is there a weight, a worry, holding you back from stepping beyond that threshold? What if the key to unlocking your next chapter rests in your willingness to confront those fears? Now, deep within that question lies an urgency, an invitation to dig deeper into your spirit's soil. Think back to the tiniest victory you once celebrated. Did you realize how that moment became a stepping stone in your journey? As we step closer to truth, the recognition of the invisible becomes even more urgent. There is much you have yet to discover, truths that can either empower or paralyze. Can you sense it? The vibrations of life, echoing with divine purpose, calling you to action just beyond that present horizon. As we draw near the conclusion of this exploration, I leave you with this thought. You are on the brink of a revelation that could light the path ahead. Each challenge faces you as an invitation to embrace growth, but only if you choose to step outside your comfort zone. What if each challenge is not merely a burden, but rather a divine call, an opportunity beckoning you to step through the invisible door? Your journey has the potential to reveal pathways you've never even envisioned. Are you prepared for what lies on the other side? In the stillness, allow that anticipation to rest in your heart as we prepare to confront the shadows that accompany growth. A battle brews just ahead, and when it unfolds, how will you stand? The question remains, will you be ready to face what comes, or will you let fear dictate your steps? The answers are waiting just beyond the edge of your courage, hinting at what Chapter 3 may reveal. I know exactly where you are right now. We share in this sacred space of questioning and wrestling. There are days where the weight feels too heavy, where fear grips our hearts, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. We wonder if we are capable of the mountains ahead. And as we tread through these struggles, it feels as though our hopes hang by a fragile thread, suspended in uncertainty. You, me, and so many others, the struggle is real and valid. But let me speak some uncomfortable truths that perhaps you need to hear. The truth no one wants to say is that many of us have believed the lie that this struggle defines us. You may have convinced yourself that you are unworthy of God's promises, that your past failures are unforgivable. Or perhaps you've fallen into the trap of thinking your worth is tied to what others say or do. Even Peter, a rock of faith, denied his Savior in the moment of truth, believing his fear was stronger than love. Then there's Thomas, wrestling with doubt, finding it easier to believe in the absence of faith than in the presence of miracles. Maybe you've believed that your situation is too hopeless, that God isn't actively working in your life. These lies keep you trapped, shackled to your fears, blurring your vision of truth. As you sit with these thoughts, let me heighten the truth. The severity of your struggle intensifies the moment you realize spiritual conflict is all around you. As you hear this, the enemy is whispering doubts into your mind, seeking to paralyze you with despair. The urge you feel to retreat into the shadows. The enemy thrives in that darkness and will use every moment of hesitation to drown out your voice of faith. If we don't act now, every moment squandered becomes a foothold for those fears to grow, chaining you to the past instead of propelling you toward your future. But oh, how powerful that word is. What the enemy doesn't want you to know is that the truth is your weapon. You see, God has not abandoned you. He has equipped you to conquer every fear, to break every chain. Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us that He has plans for us, plans to prosper and not to harm, to give hope and a future. When the shadows loom large, remember the truth in Isaiah 41:13, "For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, 'Do not fear, I will help you.'" The time has come to rise and face what waits at the edge of your comfort zone. The battle is not for the faint of heart, but for the resolute spirit willing to drag fear into the light. We can no longer give into passivity, allowing doubt to creep back into our hearts. Will you begin to confront the insecurities that weigh upon you? It is now that you must decide. Will you join the fight for your destiny or remain shackled to the past? This is your moment. Will you step forward with courage? Will you wield your truth as a shield against the darkness? Lift your gaze above the immediate struggle and set your heart aflame with determination. The transformation that you deeply crave awaits, but only if you dare to embrace the fight ahead. Are you ready to declare victory over the mountains that loom before you? Your actions today may very well determine the narratives of hope and courage you will one day share with others. The next chapter of your life hinges on this very choice. Will you fight? Enough. Today this changes. This moment I draw a line in the sand. I declare I will not turn back. No more being shackled by fear, no more surrendering to lies. I choose this day to confront the darkness with blazing light. I refuse to allow my struggles to define me. I am not my past failures. I am not the echo of rejection. I am relentless in this resolve, unyielding in my pursuit of truth. With unwavering faith, I step into the arena of my blessings, ready to claim my destiny. I reject fear that paralyses my dreams. I tear out doubt from the core of my being. I expel shame that whispers, "Not enough," into my spirit. I break the hold of insecurity, casting it into the abyss. I release the chains of paralysis that keep me stagnant. I renounce the lies that bind me to what others think. I shake off hopelessness, knowing my future is crafted by my Maker. My voice rises, louder than the clamor of limitation, stronger than the shackles of my past. I am here, and I will not be moved. I am a child of the King. I am chosen for greatness. I am anointed with purpose. I am deserving of blessings. I am fearless in the face of the storm. I am a warrior of faith, marching onto the battlefield of life. I am filled with divine potential. I am rising from the ashes. I am a victor, not a victim. I am unstoppable, and I reclaim my divine inheritance. My identity is grounded in the unshakable truth of who I am, forever loved, forever embraced by grace. I take action. I take steps forward into my promise. I walk boldly into the future God has designed for me. I open every door meant for my greatness. I break the barriers constraining my spirit. I declare today, I will move mountains. I rise to embrace every opportunity, every challenge with courage aflame. I journey into victory, equipped with the sword of truth. The enemy will cower as I march onward, unafraid of the fight. It is done. My victory is sealed. It has been decreed in the heavens. From today, I see my dreams manifesting. My hope is now a reality. I know the chains of yesterday are shattered. I see the abundant life laid ahead of me, flourishing and rich with purpose. It is resolved. I stand in the light of the promises meant for me. I have shifted from doubt to declaration. If you believe, declare it with me. It is done. In this moment, I prepare for the final consecration, for the divine destiny set before me. Your journey is propelling into greatness, and as I fulfill my purpose, I invite you to join in this sacred movement toward glory. Together, we rise, unbreakable and transformed. Now, as we gather and draw nearer to this sacred moment, I invite you to feel the presence of God enveloping you. Lower your heart and let the noise of the world fade away. Picture this as a restorative pause in your life, a divine intersection where you decide to leave behind all that restrained you and embrace the destiny awaiting you. Place your hand on your heart. Feel the rhythm of your beating heart resonating with purpose. This moment is set apart, blessed, alive. Let's seal this commitment, this transformation together. Father, I surrender my heart, my dreams, my fears, and my doubts into your capable hands. I yield every burden that has weighed me down. I declare that this is the day I let go of the past, no more dragging baggage into my future. Together, we confess. I surrender shame, I surrender anger, I surrender anything that hinders my walk with you. I place my hope entirely in your promises, recognizing I am worthy of love and grace. I receive your affirmation that I am more than enough. Declare with me, I receive love, I receive grace. We collectively embrace a new identity, rooted in truth. I commit to stepping boldly into the newness that you offer, ready to let your truth dwell in me richly. I am transformed by the renewing of my mind. Together we are set free from the chains that bind us. I am here, and I will not be moved. Now, take a moment and envision what lies ahead. I see you, 1 month from now, rising in confidence, unshackled from fear's grasp. I see you walking in your calling, exuding joy. Relationships flourish, health flourishes, and purpose radiates from you like never before. Visualize being surrounded by loving community, friends who support and uplift. Picture yourself embracing challenges with courage, fear replaced by faith. You are living in a reality where blessings flow like rivers, dreams manifest, and your voice is one of authority and peace. This is the promise fulfilled. It's no longer just a dream, it's your reality. God is moving mightily in your life, bringing forth testimonies that will inspire others. I declare over your life, you are blessed in your coming and going. Your family is protected, your work is fruitful, your health is restored, and your purpose shines bright. Stay rooted in the truth that you are destined to walk in victory, and know that your journey has divine significance. Everything you have surrendered today is confirmed in heaven, fortified by His word. I will never leave you nor forsake you. This sealing is an act of divine authority that establishes the foundation of your spiritual future. Now, as we step into the action of this commitment, I want to invite you, write "I declare" in the comments if you feel this transformation in your heart today. Share this powerful message with someone who needs to hear this truth, someone who is ready to step out